Hey family, today I'm gonna I'm gonna hit the nail on the coffin on this fragrance because I seen reviewers give their thoughts on these two fragrances, which I find to be amazing. So let's get that straight before we go on. Richwood, amazing. Coromandel, amazing. Okay, family, I don't want people because I seen reviewers review this that I do like, and I would blind buy what they suggest. I have no issues with purchasing that I see their fragrances. So, I'm just doing this for the community, someone else's perspective. But again, I am not taking shots at reviewers because, like I said, a lot of them, I would take their advice and blind buy a lot of stuff they have. And, this is just my opinion on these two masterpiece fragrances, okay? I don't want people to get that confused. All right. So, let's speak about the fragrance that is coming for the throne. In people's eyes, this took the throne. In my eyes, I would say they have differences. So let's speak about Ridgewood. Now, hopefully, you can see this, guys. So, Ridgewood, okay, this is good. This is good, guys. What really captivates this fragrance for me is the Mysol sandalwood. It is just heavenly to me in this fragrance. Man, it's just a stunner. Okay, the Mysol sandalwood is special. I actually got the note card. So this has bergamot, mandarin peel, grapefruit, but gorgeous citrus. Sorry, cactus. Sorry if I butchered that. It has rose absolute, geranium leaves, patchouli, Mysore sandalwood, amber carubian, citrus labdanum, and vanilla musk. Again, man, you know, people say this is better than Coromandel. I mean, I bought this with that same. I was hoping to knock off Coromandel in my top 10 because I do that. I'll buy fragrance if I feel from enough solid reviewers that they say they like it more than Coromandel. So I had to get it. I had to take a shot. Um, Granted, love the fragrance. I think it's stunning, amazing, right? The Mysore sandalwood is just another level of a fragrance. But the patchouli in here, the best way to explain the patchouli between both fragrances, because what they would say when I would hear reviews, they like the patchouli in here more. So I was expecting a more dominant, a more sexier patchouli. So what this does is, so if Coromandel to me has like 4 levels of patchouli, this one has 2. But those 2 levels grasp this CEO vibe from the Coromandel. It takes that from that fragrance, adds it in here. So during the mid, you're gonna get, because the opening is very Mysore sandalwood, and it takes time to blossom. This fragrance takes development. It doesn't just smell instantaneously like a rock star. It takes about 30 minutes, but you're gonna smell something very rich. Like I said, rich wood. So the sandalwood in here is sexy. Okay, guys? But it develops and it changes. And in this change, you get this patchouli like in round 2, like just punching, bouncing in there, right? Like it's like da da da, getting in that work. The patchouli's putting in that work, and it's very sexy. I can see why reviewers like this more than Coromandel, but to me, this is such a sexy sandalwood. It's just doesn't dominate the patchouli like I was expecting from Coromandel. Now, again, I think this is a masterpiece fragrance. At no point am I going to say that this is not a good fragrance. I don't want people to think that. But I was expecting it to be a better patchouli fragrance, right? And it didn't quite do that because it only got to level 2. But again, if you read the name, it says Richwood. So it's focused on that Mysore sandalwood, which is beautiful. And the secondary note in this fragrance is a gorgeous CEO Playboy patchouli. Very, very alluring. This is a captivating statement maker of a fragrance. Okay, I'm smelling it now. My goodness. So I like how it changes, it morphs from this pungent opening to the patchouli, and then that Mysore sandalwood just goes right in perfect with that patchouli. Okay, so I don't want you to think that the patchouli is gone, you don't smell it no more. No, still a sexy patchouli fragrance. It's just not a, what I would say, a full-on patchouli fragrance. It's a great patchouli with a more dominant sandalwood, which is the Mysore sandalwood. 1 second, family. We back, we in the building. We fly like that. So, this fragrance, again, I wanted to give my thoughts on it. Okay? I gave you some notes. Now, I was really trying to dethrone Coromandel. Okay? I really was. That's why I bought that. It's an expensive fragrance, guys. That fragrance is not cheap. Richwood is at least $350 on discount sites. You go straight up and buy it, you think you're crazy. It's good. But so the reason why I love this fragrance is that it has layers of patchouli. Now let's speak about the notes. Okay, so this is why they're kind of similar. They have some, they have some type of play. A little bit of citruses here, the patchouli in the mid, but then this gets like white chocolate, and I'll explain. Okay, so you got bitter orange, citruses, neroli, middle notes. You got patchouli, orris fruit, jasmine, and rose. Base notes, you got white chocolate, another form of patchouli, benzoin, amber, labdanum, incense, woody notes, musk. Again, the incense, it plays off different. The incense here is not like a very dominant incense. It doesn't have that like a church incense or anything like that. It plays so good off that white chocolate at the base. For me, it's one of those things where it helps, and the woody notes help prolong this fragrance. And musk, I mean, it's a good 10-hour fragrance, guys, right here. Oh yeah, and Richwood, I just got it, been wearing it. It's definitely 10 plus hours. So it's not that either one is weak. They're both strong. So it's just up to you. But yeah, let's spray this patchouli. See, and this is where this one's different, because this takes that off the rip. Unlike Richwood, Richwood has that sandalwood, that patchouli, those citruses. They smack all in the beginning. It's a very rough and tumble opening, which turns out to be a beautiful sandalwood fragrance. But in Coromandel, what you get is that bomb patchouli just start to progress. It has layers. It has, photoristic, real movement in this patchouli. I don't want you guys to think that, I'm overhyping this one. This is in my top 10 for a reason. Now, do they have similarities? Yes. I would say this. This is in my top 10 for life. And I'm very happy I have Richwood. They are not the same, like 100%. They're not redundant. Maybe to your nose it could be. But to me, I can tell the differences. They're not redundant. This one's a little different than this one. As far as the complete dry down, this does come off a little bit. It has that patchouli, like 2 layers of it, but this has 2 more layers. The patchouli here is different. It's more grounded to that, and that maybe it might be more denser to people because it focuses on that patchouli. Where here it deviates from one to another. It has like a good, like, okay, best way to say it. Richwood has a 1-2 combination. Coromandel is a one-man show. So Coromandel is a one-man patchouli show. Richwood is a patchouli Richwood show. So they're different, and it's not redundant to have both. I'll tell you that. You're gonna have two sexy fragrances, and then you choose what you like more. The other reviewers that I said are extremely solid. They like Richwood more. I like Coromandel more. Does that make him wrong, me right, him wrong? No. This is how fragrances is, guys. It's subjective. We all like what we like. Things work different on me than you and him and her, and that's the way it rolls. Chemistry, how you perspire, how you wear your fragrances, what kind of physical shape are you in, all determines how good a fragrance is going to smell on you, okay? And so I wanted to put this fragrance here, so because this is what I mean about, this is another patchouli. Some people would consider this to be very patchouli, but this is a caramel forward patchouli second fragrance. And it's something I truly love in my collection. Crush on Me from Unique Luxury. Man, when I bought this, I was like, it's okay. It's an okay fragrance. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good fragrance, solid fragrance. The more I started smelling this, I'm like, wow. That patchouli is so good, but it's very chocolatey, like chocolate. So what I like about this, man, it's not like Richwood, and it's not like Coromandel, and it smells nothing alike them, but you get these facets, and that's what I mean. When you add something like this to your collection, another type of, two-man show, it's got a left and then a right. That's what this is. That's what Richwood is. And like I said, Coromandel is a one-man show. It's like you have Will Chamberlain on your team, and that's it. That's Coromandel, Will Chamberlain. And, and Xerjoff, Richwood is like, Jordan Pippen. You got the 1-2. Now, look, family, I redid this video because I really wanted to give a great analysis of these two fragrances. I didn't want to make it cheap or synthetic. I wanted to give people a real review, and I wanted them to experience what these fragrances smell like. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't drag it off too much. Now, family, stay in the gym. Look at the guns. Stay in the gym, the guns. You know what I'm saying? Now, family, you know what we do here in the Man Cologne channel? We praise to the Most High. We stay fly, stay looking good, and we out of here. Peace. Family, stay tight and stay right. Health is wealth. I'm out.